Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Buzz ZB Esther. In this episode, I'm going to do a voiceover of the breakfast banana oat cookie. You will find information about what each ingredient does for us from the medical medium Life Changing Foods and also his blog. This is basically an audiobook for my blog. Enjoy! The ingredients are listed here for the gluten-free banana oat breakfast cookies. I've also listed the directions here, so please feel free to take a screenshot of this, or you can also find the ingredients and directions on my blog and in the description below. So for this, I actually doubled the recipe, so you'll see 2 bananas in there. And I did have some frozen ripe bananas, so this is a little bit more wet because I let them defrost, and that's what it looks like. So first I want to start off with a note on grains. Oats are a common American breakfast, and they are a grain. The medical medium says that oats are a filler food, not a healing food. So they won't get in the way of healing, but it does cause more of a burden on the digestive system to process these into usable glucose, which in turn does slow down healing a little bit. In the medical medium Brain Saver books, Anthony William explains this concept in much more detail. He says that grains are not antiviral or antibacterial. They are carbs that have a hard time reaching the brain because the liver needs to convert the sugars in grains into bioavailable sugars that can reach the brain. If your liver is sick or overburdened with fats, it will spend too much time in the liver and become gummy and sticky as a result. This causes a blanket for pathogens and can even protect them from getting destroyed in the liver. By the time the liver produces the bioavailable sugar from these carbs, it is no longer useful because the chemical structures change so much as time passes when it is ingested. Grains can also be problematic because they can become addicting. The sugars eaten from grains and other fruits and vegetables compete with each other to get to the brain. Grain sugars can block fruit and vegetable sugars from getting to the brain. The brain is always hungry, and it cannot survive more than a few seconds without a supply of glucose. Because the grain sugars probably aren't usable due to a sluggish liver, they are blocking the good sugars from getting by the brain, and the brain is hungry. This causes people to overeat grains because the brain is sending a signal to eat more. When we add fats like oil, avocado, pork, dairy, or eggs or cheese, the grains can even become more problematic and addictive. Fats in general get in the way of healing because it stops the liver from detoxing and blocks glucose from absorbing into cells. With all that being said, it's okay to have some grains if your budget requires you to do so. So here's a list of 4 grains in the order from best to worst that would be okay to have even if you're trying to heal. So millet is the best because it's easiest in converting the grain to usable sugar. Oats are the second best for the liver to convert. Quinoa is third, but it's a little bit scratchy on the intestinal lining. And rice, even brown rice, can be in sparingly amounts because it is less nutrient dense than other grains, as mentioned above. So if you're really focused on healing and you want to do this as quickly as possible, then try to leave oats out of your diet. In this next part, I want to tell more about what each ingredient does to help us heal. Most of this information is from the Life Changing Foods book from the medical medium, and some of it is supplemented on various blogs. So first off, we have the banana. Banana sugar is bonded into trace minerals and large minerals like potassium. Potassium helps with neurotransmitter function and brain function. The sugar in the banana is not the same as processed sugar. These sugars are present with fiber, pulp, and water and phytonutrients that make up the entire banana, which help fight disease. The banana also has many amino acids that work with potassium to help produce electrolytes. Bananas are antiviral, antifungal, and help feed beneficial bacteria in the gut while removing unproductive ones. Bananas can help with sleep disorders, anxiety, depression, and digestive problems like IBS and Crohn's disease. They also help balance stress and weight. Look to the banana for emotional support because the banana helps pull us back the peel of our false selves to expose our true inner core. They help calm a mind filled with fear, make us more productive, and help dissolve feelings of ill will. If you have a friend that is dealing with PTSD or resentment, give them a banana. 3 a day can keep PTSD away. Look to the banana for spiritual support because the banana plant isn't a tree, but rather a network of underground roots that shoot up with suckers. The roots are thick and wide, not more than 8 inches in the soil. The trunks are formed layer upon layer of leaves of this plant. Banana plants grow fast with new shoots sprouting up ready to take overgrowth if the central part of the plant is being taken down by the weather. As we reach for the sky and continue to grow and blossom in our spiritual development, we need to cast our support system far and wide so we can lean on these lessons if challenges take us down. Some tips are, a ripe banana is yellow with brown specks on it. This is the peak of nutrition. A green banana has enzymes that don't allow absorption of the fruit's nutrients. And when the skin is completely brown or black, it's fermenting, which can lead to a tummy ache. Bananas are great for travel. Bring them with you so they can be ripe when you need them. Eat a banana before or after exercise to replenish the body. Next, we have cranberries. Cranberries are known for the antiseptic qualities that help heal UTIs and yeast infections. This power comes from its ability to fight streptococcus bacteria. Strep is responsible for these infections. Although yeast infections are classified as fungal, it is actually caused by bacteria. Yeast is a reaction to the body fighting off bacterial infection. Cranberries are a powerhouse of nutrition, and even processed canned cranberry sauce, with the many additives, still has nutritious value because it's that powerful. Cranberries offer physical support because they can reverse gallbladder disease and dissolve gallstones. They're a powerful liver cleanser, and they can help you pass kidney stones with ease. They can dislodge earwax buildup and bring back hearing. They are high in antioxidants such as anthocyanins, which can heal cardiovascular disease and arteriosclerosis. They destroy toxic hormones because they have phytoestrogen compounds that disarm estrogens from outside sources. Some estrogens from outside sources include plastics, environmental pollutants, pesticides, and other synthetic chemicals. They draw radiation out of the body with the components of agents present. The amino acids protect connective tissue, and the enzymes present can detoxify your organs. Cranberries have over 50 trace minerals to address the deficiencies you may have. They have compounds that halt growth of bacteria, viruses, and anything unproductive growing and proliferating inside. They help provide support in stressful times, and they also help you lose weight by suppressing the appetite. Eat a bowl a day to see these benefits. Look to the cranberry for emotional support because they can light your path and make you less confused about decisions on where you are in your life. They promote a cheery disposition. Cranberries can grow in a very orderly fashion. And add these to your life to get more organized in the body and your space. They help with feelings of humiliation and rejection. If you feel alienated, cranberries can help you feel connected to the community. The cranberry vine offers spiritual support because the vine stays low to the ground to protect itself from the weather. It takes advantage of good conditions in the peak of its season to dance in the wind and sun. We can learn from the cranberry plant by learning to stand up and dance in the sun with joy at times, even though our adult responsibilities keep us in protective mode. Some tips are to try frozen cranberries in oatmeal or in your smoothies. If buying cranberry juice, look for one that has no additives like sugars or preservatives or other additives. Try eating them with a handful of walnuts to take out the tart taste. If you really hate the taste of cranberries, you can keep them out on the counter and run your hand over them as you pass. They will give you some physical benefit this way as well. Just looking at them can also help you. Last but not least, we have grapes, which were the raisins in this recipe. The grape promotes wellness. Some people think they are too high in sugars and carbs, but it's the tartness that also stands out. The tart flavor is an indication that the grape has phytochemicals critical to kidney function. If you have elevated levels of creatine, that means your kidneys can no longer take out the waste matter from the bloodstream. The phytochemicals in the grapes bind onto this waste matter to remove them out of the body. Grapes are an amazing liver cleansing food. The phytochemicals dislodge debris, processed food, and byproducts that can clog up the lobules of the liver. ScienceDirect.com tells us that the liver lobules are white immune cells that help protect the liver from pathogens. It's important to keep our bodies clean so these immune cells can see the pathogens and attack. Grapes are also beneficial to the digestive system because we have micronutrients that expel parasites, mold, and other productive fungi from the digestive tract. The dark color in grapes is created by antioxidants such as maldavin and anthocyanins, which can help prevent cancer. They fight the unforgiving four, which are viral explosion, DDT, toxic heavy metals, and radiation. They expel radiation. Their amino acids and cysteine work together with anthocyanins to become a magnet that draws out DDT and toxic heavy metals out of the liver, kidneys, spleen, and other organs. And they are also antiviral, which fights viruses we contract due to the viral explosion we are dealing with in the world. They are an energy food and can give athletes or thinkers a boost when you're constantly on the go. They help give you the fuel you need for your next big idea. Look to the grape for emotional support because they can help lift your spirits and keep you lighthearted. They can help you feel better if you feel left out in life. If you're a pass up for a job, then grapes can help you think about new opportunities. Grapes can also help us embrace change and find out if we feel aloof or complacent. The grapes offer spiritual support because when they grow, they bunch together. They connect us with each other physically and metaphysically. They fit together so perfectly in their bunches because they adjust to do so around each other. We can look at this as we eat them to help us to find our people both consciously and subconsciously. They can help us find our true home and make us feel like we belong. Some tips include raisins should not be overlooked. They are more powerful for your health than goji berries. A recipe for grape jelly is conquer grapes, raw honey, a squeeze of lemon as a preservative, and you put them all in the food processor and serve. The sugar in the honey binds onto the medicinal qualities of the grapes and makes them bioavailable. They can be delivered deep into the organs. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Buzzy Bee Esther, and as you can see, there are so many things that these foods do for us, and the reason I wanted to start this channel is to just give some inspiration and also a calming video to help you look at food and meditate with it and hopefully get inspired to try some of these recipes yourself. So if you like this content, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!